Unsigned518. I am on the phone with John of Keep Flying. How's it going, man?
Well, brother, it's been a very long 15 hours.
Yeah, tell us about that. I
Uh,
mean, we talked a little bit before we got recording, but I figured it
yeah,
was
uh,
a good insight into what shit can happen on the road.
I'll give you the kind of quick version here. So I'm in a very small mountain town called Fernie in British Columbia, Canada, Western Canada, that I'm sure no one has heard of because I hadn't. Um, and I work for the band Wheatus, which I'm sure everyone knows from Teenage
Absolutely.
Dirtbag. They're longtime friends of mine, and it's just worked out in the last couple of years where I go out on the road with them, which is quite lovely. But we are on a Western Canada tour for the end of their 25 year of the debut album that has Dirtbag on it, and we played in Nelson, British Columbia yesterday, also a hippie town, mountain town in the similar area. Unfortunately, the problem here, we're in a bus, and the way to get around in these from these towns is not really real interstates
Right.
or
It's like fucking mountain
highways.
passes and shit, right? Like,
Correct.
yeah.
And so we left at 4 a.m. Driver Jim got back, and bro, we hit an insane peak, the tallest peak on that pass, blizzard, got stuck, started sliding in reverse. um, a wrecker had to come and tow us up the mountain so we wouldn't fall off either the side, which was a 2,500-foot drop,
Jesus Christ.
or backwards any further, and kind of got placed on the side of the road where it flattens at the top, maybe around 7:45, 8 a.m. There's no service, there's no nothing, which is fine, but we have a show today. And so we just kind of had to sit and wait for the roads to do anything, for people to show up because there's no one awake at
Right.
this time driving around. And after a long journey, we finally had a government guy down there, or rather up there, helping us move and get down the 350 meters. This is the part I left out before. A 9% downgrade, which is why we didn't want to go, for fear of, well, all the horror stories that you hear.
Right,
We
right.
didn't want to have that happen to
I
us.
mean,
So
while
we just
nine
waited.
doesn't sound like a scary number, a 9%
Right,
downgrade is fucking terrifying. Yeah.
right, right.
Wow.
So that was a crazy gimmick. Um,
Yeah, and you guys are
but,
ready for
but we made it.
it's like what, 3 something in the afternoon for you out there now, and you've got a
Right
gig
now it
tonight?
is 5:40. I'm actually only 2 hours behind you now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So that's good. Um,
And you're just going right to the gig, just like a true professional, huh?
that's it. We're just here. We're going right to it. Venue is accommodating. Like, everything's great.
Nice. And you're out like basically until you swing through Albany, correct? Like you're
Yeah. So I won't get back until April 23rd. I got to drive all this gear back as a kindness for him, Brendan, the singer. Um, I got to drive back from Fargo, North Dakota, when we cross back to the Bronx where he lives, and then I'll go home for 6 days, and then we leave. Man, we rehearse on the 30th of April, and we're on tour May 1st,
wow.
and we're nonstop. And we had an off day on this tour on May 20th because it's my birthday, and I
That's your
chose
birthday? Get the fuck out of here. That's my birthday.
May 20.
May 20, baby.
Brother, that's it.
Yeah.
Wow, you can't make that up.
No, that is fucking crazy.
Well, I decided to add a show at last minute in Brattleboro, Vermont, a place that I love very much.
I'm
Southern
from Vermont.
because, well,
My
brother,
first ever job was DJing in Brattleboro, Vermont.
that is crazy.
Yeah,
That is actually crazy.
it really is.
Yeah, we're adding a show at Midnights, which is a spot that's back now. It used to be called something else. My buddy used to do security there when he was a kid. And our new friend owns this place. It's like underneath the hotel. And that's it. We're gonna cook it up and add a DIY show to this tour. And I just don't want to take off for my birthday anymore. I'd rather play a show. This is where I belong. It's what I
Yeah.
know and what I love. So
Yeah, I mean, I've actually played a show on my last 3 birthdays. because
This is
we
this
made it a
is
birthday party, and we're like, do you
yeah.
want to
It's
play
I
it? We're
mean
like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to play on my
we're a little
birthday.
cursed with a Wednesday this year, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be 53, so like I'm kind of at that like, who gives a shit, you know? Like,
Yeah, I understand. This is going to be my big 40.
oh, nice. All right.
So
Well, you're starting to get into that. You start caring less and less right about at 40. So, but by the time you hit
yes,
53, you're like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
yeah. I'm just looking to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we want to. I'm not going to keep you too long because I know you have a show and I know you're
No, that's okay.
in a strange area, and you guys are like covered in snow out there where you are right now, right? Obviously,
So
like,
much snow.
yeah. It was almost
Yeah,
80
very
degrees
good
in
ass.
Albany
Oh, yeah,
today.
for 90.
Just
Absolutely,
to put that
yeah.
out there.
Super snowy.
Yeah, we were at 80 today. So
Yeah, see, that's no good. That's no good.
yeah, but we are here to talk about Albany. You're coming through with Cinema Stare, and we're playing Empire Underground, and my band is actually one of the bands opening up for you, which is
Oh, bro, that's the best news.
kind of like one of these things where I was like, I'm going to use that as an excuse to reach out and talk to the boys and keep flying. But yeah, so it's Vintry Hill. They're a local up and coming punk band. They're younger
Check
dudes.
them out.
Really fucking good. They're like the future of punk rock. And then there's us, shortwave radio band. We are like punk rock past. We're all fucking over the hill. and then wait, who else? Who else? It was Double XP, who are a newer
which is
band.
Nick Rossi's band. Yep.
Yeah, but they are fucking killing it. They're like blowing up out of nowhere.
Can I interject here for a minute?
Absolutely.
I have to sound check the songs I play with them. Is it going to screw the program for me to call you back in 6 minutes when I'm done with this?
No, not at all. No.
I'm going to call you right back.
Yeah, go do a sound check and then come back.
Call you right back.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we're going to let John go sound check with Wheatus, and while he does that, we are going to listen to a song from Keep Flying. This is Miranda, and we'll be right back.
I can't find the humanity. I'm hollow. We can change what we're meant to be. I can't control. We're not different. We are simply beings. What we are. We're still around. If it fits our needs. Can we improve? We were not meant to be more than animals. We were not meant to be more than animals. We're hunting in packs, killing together. They tell us they think they can make people better. We can't, 'cause this is all we are. I'm not part of humanity. I'm alone. I can't change what I'm meant to be. I can't control. Can be saviors. What we all do. Kill our brothers. Can we improve? We were not meant to be more than animals. We were not meant to be more than animals. We're hunting in packs, killing together. They tell us they think they can make people better. We can't, 'cause this is all we are. This is all we are. Whoa, 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 oh. Whoa, 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 oh. Whoa, 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 oh. Whoa, whoa. We're selfish animals who walk the globe. Looking out for ourselves is all we know. We're hunting in packs and we're killing together. They tell us they think they can make people better. We can't, 'cause this is all we are. This is all we are. This is all we are. This is the best we can do, and we can never improve, 'cause this is all we are. This is all we are. Whoa, 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 oh. Whoa, 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 oh. Whoa, 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 oh.
So that was Miranda, Keep Flying, and we are back with John. You're sound checked and getting ready for your gig tonight out in fucking somewhere in British Columbia.
Fernie, brother. Fernie. Trust
Fernie.
me.
Oh, right. I should have known.
Yeah,
I should
that's
have known.
right. That's right.
So yeah,
Yeah,
like before we went into the song and you had to run, we were kind of talking about the lineup. We had mentioned like the local bands, and then it's Cinema
Which,
Stare.
one more
and
time,
what's that?
we are playing together. You are playing the show, which is double down cool
Yes.
for me and you talking on the phone right now, and I'm excited about that.
And we have the same birthday.
We do have the same birthday.
So
you were born in, or you're from Vermont?
I am from
correct?
Vermont. Yep,
Right.
born in Springfield, Vermont.
Not to be confused with Springfield, Massachusetts,
which is the more
western
fun
piece that is very close to the border
Yeah.
of southern Vermont there.
Yes, yeah. Because I lived like right next to I-91. So like, I used to
Right,
shoot down to
straight
like
up.
Brattleboro
Yep.
and Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New York that way. But yeah,
Yep, that's the
so
easy way.
we've got the local bands playing. I'm in one of them. I'm stoked to meet you guys. I've been listening to your music a shitload over the last couple weeks. But I guess then it's Cinema Stare and then Keep Flying. And Cinema Stare are out with you. Is it currently, or are they catching up with another leg of the tour? Or?
This tour, the way it just kind of came to pass was we've realized very quickly there wasn't going to be one friend's band that was going to be able to do all of it for all different reasons.
Right.
Bands that don't exist anymore, bands that aren't able to take off more than a certain number of days, any sort of thing. So this kind of turned into the greatest hits when it comes to our friends supporting. And Cinema Stare is on the last chunk. They're, Connecticut-based, predominantly, and they're friends with our newest member, Dave, who plays shows with them with his other band. And it kind of just came together. We're like, hey, what do you think about Boston and Albany? We might add one more other show, as I was telling you, in Vermont.
Yep.
Like, does this work for you? It's not that far. The shows are going to rock. We'd like to have something different. And again, bands that are involved with our lore, and they said yes right away, which felt very good. So we're pumped to close it out with them before, of course, the big one, which is on Long Island, which is a completely separate billing from any of the tour dates.
Right, and that's like the cap off the whole thing, right?
Yeah, that's like the one. It is the reason why we built this. That show is exactly 10 years to the day, which is rare. May 23rd, 2016 was when our first album dropped and when the band like officially existed. And it just worked out that it's Saturday, 10 years later on Memorial Day weekend. You couldn't ask for a better scenario.
No, that's fucking amazing.
We got the hold on the venue, over a year ago because I didn't want to lose it and just kind of figured it out as we went. But yeah, that one is with the Punches. Our friend's band from upstate New York, our friend's band Eternal Boy from Pittsburgh, and then Dave, as I just mentioned, our newest members, his band that's Long Island based called Few Faces. So that's what we're ripping. And but yeah, man, Albany, to keep it centric to that, the reason why I wanted Albany, multiple reasons. One, Albany for us has been a blessing, especially in the back half of our 10 years as a band. We have been fortunate to be landing Albany on weekends the last many times we've been. Every show has done great. Our friends opened Empire, during the pandemic when we were made aware that Upstate Concert Hall was going away.
Yep.
Empire was we have exclusively only played there since pandemic ended in the underground, and it's been wonderful. And of course, I needed a show that was far enough away from Long Island that there isn't necessarily crossover, but close enough that we can haul ass back to, North Jersey where our drummer lives, so we can have the day to prep for the show on Long Island. So this was like the perfect world. Dave and Jen were available, and they were like, "Let's do it." That show came together first. I appreciate you and the other two bands because the whole bill was the first show to be finished.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
If I'm being completely honest, we are 2 weeks and 1 day from the tour starting, and I still have 3 shows that aren't done. It's all good. It's part of it. But like Albany was done in seconds. It was done so quick.
And it's funny
And
because we've played Empire Underground several times, and like it's a great venue, and I love playing there. But this was the first show that the promoter at Empire actually reached out to us directly. Because a lot of the times it's other bands being like, "Hey, we booked this show. You want to jump on?" And they reached out to us directly, and we're like, "Hey, do you got? We think it'd be a good fit if jumping on with Keep Flying." We were like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I said yes before I even talked to any band member. Like,
yep. You and me are the same then, brother. Because I do the same shit. And sometimes my bandmates get pissed.
Oh yeah,
but, hey,
yeah. It's
a
risk.
Saying no.
It's a risk. Yep. But yeah, I was like, yeah, absolutely. That I just texted everybody. I'm like, hey, by the way, we have a gig, but I already said yes. So. But yeah,
well, you know what is quite poetic. I'll tell you this. This is great info, and you probably don't know this. One, as I said, this is the show that came together the fastest and was put up with the full lineup, inclusive of everybody.
Right.
First, right? It is also poetically and simultaneously the highest ticket sales of the whole tour, minus the show on Long Island,
wow.
which had been announced for over a month before that. Albany has the for the tour, it is the highest tickets for the tour. So I think that I do think that's related. I think that the urgency to get this going and when it is and who's playing and the way it came together so quickly and everybody being so stoked has definitely proven that it correlates to people wanting to come to the show. So I'm very, very happy.
Yeah, and I mean, and I sold a couple of
weekends going to end.
Right. I sold a couple of our tickets before I even had them. Like I basically was like, hey, we're playing the show, and my buddy reached out to me and he's like, how many tickets do you have? And he's like, save me some. I'm like, yeah, you got it. Like I don't have them yet, but yeah. But actually, I have them now. They're in my hand.
We had the same thing we had a few friends be like, hey, I was going to buy tickets for Long Island, but you've announced Albany. Like, I hope you're not offended. I would love to not have to drive the couple hours. I'm not offended.
Right.
We knew that was going to happen. Any show you come to is going to make us happy. Sure, the one on Long Island is going to be different because it's the show, and we're doing all the old songs, and we've got a ton of surprise guests and things of this nature, which we won't have the rest of the tour. But Albany, we're going to basically play all the old songs. In fact, I can't say it because I don't know yet, but I have a looming feeling that we might just do all the old songs, even though we told people to vote on which songs they want.
Right.
Because we may want to just do it because Albany is always such a heater for us. So I kind of feel like that's the way it may go.
Yeah, I think so too. And speaking of that, how you were saying like how Albany's like far enough removed, like that's how I envision our scene being is, bigger bands understanding that Albany is a good market that's ready for people to come out, like we have a decent enough scene, but I think we need more people to have your mentality of being like, yeah, fucking Albany's going to kill it,
Yeah, the people that don't know about what's going on in upstate New York, aside from Buffalo, are the people who call Albany, and they don't know.
Right.
And that's fine because they just don't know.
But it's not fine, but yeah, sure.
Right. Part of that is that they would never even think to consider Albany, Utica, Rochester, Syracuse, Watertown, etc., Oneonta, New Paltz, Poughkeepsie, Beacon, Kingston, Woodstock. As we know, these are all places.
Yeah, and I mean, those are mostly places because I work for Metroland, like the arts and music publication here, and like those are all places we cover. Because like Metroland, as we call it, is a huge area, not just Albany.
Correct.
Like I'll drive down to Kingston for a show at the drop of a hat. Like 2 hours for a show, no big deal.
Exactly. And bro, sometimes we've done tours where we hit 6 spots in upstate. So again, being a New York-based band, it's easy. I mean, it's the same idea as when somebody in Florida is like, well, we're doing 12 shows in the state of Florida. Well, you can. You know all those other spots, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I'm sure Less Than Jake wouldn't have any trouble.
They've done those.
Yeah,
they've done
doing 12 stops in Florida and crushing them.
They've done. Newfound has done it.
Yep.
Less Than Jake's done it. I think there's plenty of bands that have done this in their respective place of living. But it's that's why we knew that we were going to have to do upstate. And of course, we just did Buffalo in March on our spring tour. So it was like, well, maybe we can consider Buffalo for the end of the year, but like we can't come back that soon. We got to wait a little bit. So Albany was the perfect fit. And then, like I said, Empire was very quick to tell our team, yes, give us the show.
Nice.
And here we are. And I simply am stoked to end the tour, as we said, not just on Long Island, but with the double New York play, which is not inclusive of the city, because actually our band has never been a band that has able to. Most bands can't conquer the city. It's a burden. We know that. But if you're able to do an Asbury Park and a Brooklyn or a Long Island and an upstate New York, you've done it without actually going into Manhattan, which, we kind of try to reserve that for something special each time, or, supporting somebody or just anything else,
right. Be a good reason. Make it a good reason anyway.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's hard for us to get all of our people to come out for that, because they all have to travel, because none of them actually live there. They're all scattered about.
Right.
And I think Albany is that sweet spot where we do, because we play Utica often too. We get those people that drive over. We get the Western Mass people that drive over, because we do well in the Springfield area as well. And we get people from the, Westchester and in between to drive up.
Yeah.
So we got the Yonkers people that would rather drive up than come to Long Island. Okay. Fair enough.
Can't blame them. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well,
this is the vibe here.
I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. Like I figure we'll wrap it up. I know you have a show, but I just wanted to. I'm glad we got to talk, because I'm so fucking excited for the show. I've been excited for the show since we agreed to do it, and it's coming up so quickly that I'm getting panicked. I'm like, fuck, here it comes. I like the anticipation of a show, and I hate the moment it's over. So. That's how
it's funny. I appreciate this combo with you, because we basically we love New York, and also we love Albany, and also we love the venue and all of the bands playing, and you should come.
Yeah.
and now that is a nice, refreshing conversation right there.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool. It's going to be such a positive experience. Like, I'm excited. Like, even though I'm familiar with the local bands, we've never played a show with either of them. So it's like we get to play with 4 new bands, and it's just gonna be so much fucking fun. I'm so excited.
Yeah, man, I'm really glad that we made this happen. All of this, not just this combo, but the whole show in general.
Yeah.
And I have a looming feeling again, because we'll be at the end of our tour, that we're gonna be in silly chaos mode, which is usually what happens towards the end. Like I refuse to let this tour have stress. And I'm really, again, that stage just lights up down there, man. And I'm just very, very lucky and excited that we get to do it this way and just have fun, which is what the whole point of still being a band after 10 years is, to just, at this point, we just want to have fun. Otherwise, I'd rather not do this,
Yeah, that's a great fucking philosophy to have. Absolutely.
So kind of stole it from Ben and Jerry's, brother. If it ain't fun, why do it?
Right.
And they're right. So
they are right. Another Vermont reference with the Ben and Jerry's.
That's right.
Well, hell yeah. Well, again, I'm excited to see you at Empire Underground with Vintry Hill and Double XP, Cinema Stare, obviously Keep Flying, and my band, Shortwave Radio Band. It's going to be a fucking party. And if anybody needs tickets, hit me up. I have them actually literally in my hand as we're speaking. I've got some pre-show tickets for $15.
Ticket.
Yes.
Come on now.
And like I told people on my show, I'm like, if you buy a ticket, I will get it to you. If I have to drive it to your house, I will drive it to your house, but I will make sure you get those tickets. So hit me up if you need them.
1,000%. Fuck it, bro. I'll drive it to their house.
Right? We'll both show up.
I'll show up.
Yeah.
I'll show up. I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah, just a real quick story before we go. There's a friend of mine who's in a band called Erie. Well, actually, I'm friends with all of them, but they had put out this album, and another friend of mine was a fan of them, and he had bought the album. So the drummer from the band texts me, and he goes, "Hey, do you know so and so?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know him. He's a good friend of mine." He goes, "Oh, that's funny because he ordered one of our albums, and he's my fucking next door neighbor." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna walk it over to him." So he just walked over and knocked on the door. My friend opens the door, and there's the drummer of, one of his favorite local bands with his album. And here you go. You ordered this, right? And since then, they've become really good friends. So
That is amazing.
yeah, funny how that shit works.
Whenever I'm home, if we have Long Island orders, I am inclined to drive them. Same reason, I'm just gonna show up.
Yeah.
And if they're there, it's like a nice surprise. And if not, not to be creepy, but it's like I am the one shipping it, so it's not like I've had to look up your address. It's just in the order.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. That's endearing. I know that never happened to me as a youth, but if that had happened to me, I probably would be speechless and confused.
Yeah. That's pretty much exactly how he was. He was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm your neighbor."
What is going on here?
Yeah, totally.
In fact, funny story. Dave, who I've mentioned a few times, our newest member, the first kind of interaction I ever had with him was that exact thing. He had won some sort of contest on our social media, and I seen he was in Massapequa, and instead of shipping, I drove it over and I sent a message to the phone number that was in the Shopify, and here he comes out with his father. I think he was 15, and him and his dad, and we just talked for way too long, hour. And now he's in my band.
Wow.
So it all works out. You know what I mean?
That is fucking crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I love that.
Things all happen for a reason, and we're blessed to have Dave. So
hell yeah. Well, I'm excited to meet you all.
This is trash. I don't even need it. So yeah, man, let's do this. We could be in the fourth. We could break down the fourth wall here. I intend to make group chats. This is just talking to people about music business. I intend to make group chats for each show with all the bands, and then come up with, clever ways for us to each promote together, like
cool.
collab posts and stuff as we get closer. So
love that.
You can expect that message from me probably tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Because going into Monday, we're now at the 2-week mark, and it's like that's the kind of time that our band needs. Promo wise, like about 2 weeks. Like more than that, it's like hard to get people to remember.
Yeah.
But like when it's 2 weeks or less is when it starts to be a little bit easier to get people excited.
Yeah, because they get to have that anticipation without the long wait,
Yes, and they know they're available now. They have their work schedule, or it's just close enough. It's still far enough, but close enough that they can make the actual plan.
Right.
And then that's it. So that'll be coming, and we're gonna cook this, and we're gonna come up with some funny video promos.
I mean, I'm all about funny social media shit. So
yeah, again, if it's not for us, at least we used to take promo photos where we stood there straight faced, and one day one of our friends was like, "Why do you guys do that? You guys are not that, and you don't do like that's not the energy you emulate whatsoever."
Yeah.
And ever since that powwow, it's been so much easier for us to do photos and videos and stuff, because we've realized, wait a minute, we can just have fun and kind of not care while caring, and everyone's going to like it way more.
Yeah,
and
makes
it's made
sense to me.
Easier. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So.
All right, cool. Well, Knock 'em Dead tonight. It was super fucking cool to talk to you, and I'm excited to see you guys at the show at Empire Underground. And if anybody needs tickets, hit me up. I mean, they're going fast, so I mean, it's a good chance it could fucking sell out. So.
And hey, man, if you guys are listening to this right now, we are not stopping celebrating our birthdays on the 20th. We will be celebrating on the 21st, and of course, the day of the show, the 22nd. So. Wish us a happy birthday, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, and if you do book that show on the 20th in Brattleboro, let me know, because I will come out for
it. It's booked.
Oh, it is? Okay, because, I mean, Brattleboro is only an hour and 20 for me. Like, I'm more up near Saratoga, so.
It's going to be us, Cinema Stare, one local. It's going to be at midnight, and we're just going to rip a 3-band bill.
Hell yeah.
On the floor, a nice floor show in the back room where they do the shows. And we're just going to laugh and have fun.
All right, well, cool.
And I'm going to go to
that.
sleep on my 40th knowing that I just completed another 23 shows in 23 days, and that some things don't need to change, and that is one of those things.
All right, well, cool. Well, he is John of Keep Flying. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned 518. I'll see you on the road. Unsigned 518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening, or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.